This video focuses on entering time for your employees and vendors in QuickBooks Online. And of course, you must be in QuickBooks Online Plus in order to get the time tracking. Now, I'm in my client's QBO file from QuickBooks Online Accountant, as you can see there. A couple things to consider regarding settings with time. I'm going to go to the gear icon, Company Settings, and then Advanced. And you'll see, if you have QBO Plus, time tracking here. Go ahead and click the pencil icon to edit. Add service field to timesheets. That would allow me to put the service item on there, right? Because Plus supports two-sided items. That's good. And then add customer field to timesheets if you want to pass time through to an invoice. And then you can show billing rate to users entering time. If you check that box, choose your first day of the week. And that's really the time tracking preferences. Now, the other thing to mention about time, go ahead and click down there. If I go to the gear icon, Manage Users, and if I'm in QBO Plus and I click New to add a new user, QuickBooks Online Plus allows me to set up unlimited time tracking users. All they have the ability to do when they log into my QuickBooks Online file is to enter time. So keep that in mind. Now, from where do you access the time feature? And I'll show you a couple reports as well. Click on the plus sign at the top of the QBO file. Under Employees, either single time activity or the weekly timesheet. Let's go to the weekly timesheet first, although I do want to mention you do not have to have payroll turned on in order to access the time feature. So the weekly timesheet, very similar to the weekly timesheet in QuickBooks Desktop Pro or Premier or even Enterprise. And Desktop has the single time entry window as well, so pretty much the same. And this could be for an employee or it could be for a 1099 contractor that would be a vendor in QuickBooks Online. Remember, QuickBooks Online Plus supports the printing out or e-filing of 1099s. Of course, the e-file service is an extra cost. But you really need Plus for anything that I'm showing you here. And notice because of those settings, I can choose the customer name. I can choose the actual service item of what they did, and even do some class and location tracking. And we'll say they went to a conference and it was in Chicago. And the billable rate is there, and it was Monday and they worked 8 hours. And you can set it up that way. So I'll go ahead and save this weekly timesheet. You can even copy a last timesheet, as you saw at the bottom of that timesheet window. And now let's do a single time activity. And this would just be for unbilled time. Remember, just like desktop, time is time until you put it on a posting document. So you're not going to see the cost of it until it's on a bill check or a paycheck if it's for an employee. And then we'll do, again, Scott. And this time it was California. And he was doing some classes. And the customer is this engagement job for Amy S. And the service item, again, is accounting consulting. That's his billable rate, not the cost to me. That's just what I'm going to bill the customer at. You can even enter start and end times. There's no clock tracking or start stop. Look at T-sheets for that. And then you can just put in the time. We'll say he did 16 hours for that gig. And I'm going to go ahead and click Save and Close. Now, if I go to Customers, just to show you how this is relatable, you'll see I have unbilled activity. And part of that is going to be time. I could even look at the all-arounds unbilled activity, and it'll bring me to the time charge where I can drill into that. Or, you can start the invoice, right? And look for my kind of light job costing or pass-through time and expense, time material and expense video on the QuickBooks University as well. It goes more in depth into this. But if I were to go to an invoice and choose all around, you'll see the drawer pop open and then I have billable time. Now you also see, as I'm about to enter employee pay details, so I'm going to create some paychecks, here's Scott's time. It flowed right over there because he is an employee. And finally, when you go to Reports, All Reports, and then Manage Payroll, you'll see time activities by employee detail, as well as a recent edited time activities. So you can track your time here. Again, there's no cost for this until I put it on a cost transaction, just how time behaves in the desktop too. And that's time tracking using QuickBooks Online Plus.